The Kansas City Chiefs are starting to scare the NFL with this big off-season moves. So we're going to be going through that and 3 other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video, and if you want more the Kansas City Chiefs news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is Kansas City Chiefs have made some massive in the NFL offseason. The Kansas City Chiefs are bringing in a new cornerback on a $20 million contract, according to NFL insider Ian Rapoport. Former Chargers cornerback Christian Fulton is coming to Kansas City, agreeing to a 2-year, $20 million deal, Rapoport said. The agreement guarantees Fulton $15 million. Fulton was drafted in 2020, a second-round pick for the Tennessee Titans. He spent the majority of his career with the Titans, joining the Chargers just last season. Fulton played 15 games in 2024, finishing the season with 51 tackles and 1 interception. He will join an already solid Chiefs duo at corner with star Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson. The Chiefs will have to dole out some cash to extend McDuffie, but it's expected to be a move they're willing to make. The All-Pro has proven himself to be one of the best cornerbacks in the league and has been a key piece of the Chiefs' secondary. The Chiefs have reportedly reached a deal with former 49ers offensive tackle Jaylon Moore, according to ESPN senior NFL insider Adam Schefter. Moore will join the Chiefs on a 2-year, $30 million agreement, with $21.24 million fully guaranteed, sources reportedly told Schefter. Strengthening the O-line is a priority for the Chiefs this offseason to better protect quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Last week, the Chiefs franchise tagged guard Trey Smith and traded guard Joe Thuney, a move that was primarily about freeing up money. Moore was drafted to the 49ers in 2021. He's played in 55 total games and started in 12. In the third story, despite being AFC champions and Super Bowl 59 runners-up, the Kansas City Chiefs understand that staying competitive in the NFL requires constant evolution. While the team remains an offensive powerhouse with Patrick Mahomes at the helm, bolstering the defense has become a top priority heading into the 2025 season. A critical area of concern is the pass rush, and the Chiefs may have the perfect solution in recently released linebacker Zadarius Smith. The Detroit Lions parted ways with Smith after a challenging 2024 season that saw him start with the Cleveland Browns before being traded late in the year. Despite the instability, the 10-year veteran still managed to record 35 tackles, 22 solo, and 4 sacks. Over his career, Smith has been a dominant force, amassing 333 tackles, 220 unassisted, and 69 sacks. Given his pedigree as a pass rusher, Smith could provide Kansas City's defense with a significant boost. Kansas City has already made some defensive moves this offseason, including extending star linebacker Nick Bolton on a 3-year, $45 million contract. Bolton's leadership and ability to read the field make him an indispensable part of the Chiefs' defensive strategy. However, adding a proven pass rusher like Smith would elevate the unit even further, giving defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo another weapon to disrupt opposing quarterbacks. The Chiefs' defense under Spagnuolo has been dominant in recent seasons, but enhancing the pass rush is essential to counter high-powered offenses like those of the Ravens, Bengals, and Bills. Facing elite quarterbacks such as Jackson, Burrow, and Allen, Kansas City must remain aggressive to prevent them from exploiting defensive gaps. Smith's ability to pressure quarterbacks and collapse the pocket would strengthen the unit and provide a crucial advantage in key matchups. While Chris Jones remains a force in the trenches, the defensive front still needs reinforcement. George Karlaftis has shown promise, but is still developing, making a veteran presence like Smith invaluable. His experience and skill set would not only boost immediate production, but also help mentor younger players, improving the defense's overall effectiveness. In addition to bolstering the pass rush, the Chiefs have focused on reinforcing their secondary. The recent signing of cornerback Christian Fulton provides much-needed depth in a position group that must contend with some of the best wide receivers in the AFC. Fulton's ability to play in both man and zone coverage should help stabilize the Chiefs' defensive backfield, allowing them to better counter elite receivers such as Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, and Odell Beckham Jr. With the secondary addressed, adding a dominant pass rusher like Smith would complete a well-rounded defensive overhaul. A strong pass rush is not just about sacks, it also affects the entire defensive scheme. When a defense can generate consistent pressure, it forces quarterbacks to make quicker decisions, increasing the likelihood of turnovers and mistakes. With a revamped secondary and a dynamic front seven featuring Chris Jones, Nick Bolton, and potentially Zadarius Smith, the Chiefs could develop one of the most feared defenses in the league. Head coach Andy Reid and general manager Brett Veach have built a reputation for making strategic personnel moves that keep Kansas City competitive. Their ability to navigate salary cap constraints while adding key contributors has been instrumental in the team's sustained success. If they can secure Smith's signature on a team-friendly deal, it would represent another masterstroke in their efforts to construct a championship-caliber defense. Beyond free agency, the Chiefs also have opportunities to strengthen their roster through the NFL draft. With their focus on both offensive line protection and defensive reinforcement, Kansas City may target a young edge rusher or interior defensive lineman to complement their veteran signings. Addressing these areas would ensure long-term stability and help balance the team as they gear up for another deep playoff run. Ultimately, Kansas City's approach to the 2025 season is one of calculated aggression. They are not simply content with past success. They are determined to refine and strengthen their roster to maintain their position among the league's elite. By addressing key defensive weaknesses while maintaining an offensive powerhouse led by Mahomes, the Chiefs remain one of the NFL's most dangerous teams. With smart roster moves, the Chiefs remain strong contenders for a fourth straight Super Bowl. Their ability to adapt, led by Mahomes and potential defensive additions like Zadarius Smith, keeps them among the NFL's elite. With Mahomes guiding the offense and a defense that could be strengthened by a veteran pass rusher like Zadarius Smith, the Chiefs are well positioned to make another championship run in 2025. In the second story, the Kansas City Chiefs continue to prove why they are one of the most well-managed teams in the NFL. On Wednesday morning, the Chiefs announced the restructuring of contracts for two of their biggest stars, quarterback Patrick Mahomes and defensive tackle Chris Jones. This strategic move has freed up a staggering $49.5 million in salary cap space, giving the team significant financial flexibility as they prepare for another championship run. The Chiefs' financial maneuvering comes at a crucial time. Entering the offseason over the salary cap, they faced significant hurdles in upgrading their roster. Clearing space was essential not just for retaining core players but also for adding new talent. Thanks to this strategic cap management, the Chiefs have already secured key signings, including cornerback Christian Fulton, offensive tackle Jalen Moore, and running back Elijah Mitchell. General Manager Brett Veach has once again showcased his expertise in navigating financial constraints, ensuring Kansas City remains a top contender. One of the most impressive aspects of Veach's work is his ability to navigate the salary cap in a way that allows the team to remain aggressive in the free agent market without sacrificing long-term stability. Many teams in the NFL struggle to maintain success after paying their superstar quarterback a massive contract. The Chiefs, however, have managed to sustain excellence despite Mahomes' 10-year, $450 million deal signed in 2020. This restructuring is another example of how Kansas City has been able to manipulate the cap to remain a dominant force in the league. With newly available cap space, the Chiefs are speculated to pursue All-Pro receiver Cooper Kupp, who may be released by the Rams. His addition would significantly strengthen Kansas City's receiving core and enhance their offensive firepower. The wide receiver position remains one of Kansas City's most fluid areas, heading into the 2025 season. The team successfully re-signed Marquise Hollywood Brown, a critical move that ensures Mahomes has a reliable deep threat. Rookie Xavier Worthy has shown promise, but he still needs time to develop. Meanwhile, Rashee Rice's situation remains uncertain after an injury ended his 2024 season, and his legal troubles could result in a suspension. Adding a proven veteran like Kupp to the mix would be a game-changer for the Chiefs, giving Mahomes another high IQ, precise route runner who can make clutch plays in key moments. A receiving unit featuring Kupp, Travis Kelce, Brown, and Worthy would provide Mahomes with a wealth of options. The versatility within the group would make them incredibly difficult to defend, especially when Rice returns. Defenses would struggle to account for Kelce's dominance in the middle of the field. Kupp's ability to find soft spots in coverage, Brown's deep speed, and Worthy's explosiveness. This kind of offensive firepower would make the Chiefs a nightmare for opposing defenses and further solidify their status as a Super Bowl contender. Beyond free agency, the Chiefs also have their sights set on the upcoming NFL Draft. The team is rumored to be eyeing top offensive tackle prospects such as Will Campbell, LSU, Armand Membu, Missouri, and Kelvin Banks Jr., Texas. Addressing the left tackle position remains a priority, as the Chiefs want to ensure Mahomes remains well protected throughout the season. Securing a high-upside tackle in the draft would not only provide immediate reinforcement, but also serve as a long-term investment for the team's offensive line. Kansas City's success isn't just about star power, it's also about smart drafting and player development.